Hello everyone, welcome back to the Avalon Guns YouTube channel. Once again we're at the Mendip Shooting Ground shop, which is in Wales in Somerset. If you haven't been here, make sure you do come down. You don't need an invitation, you can come down, go clay shooting, eat at the cafe, shoot the air rifles and visit this great shop as you can see us here. In today's video we're looking at the differences between the 12-bore shotguns we've got on the table. So there's different categories on these shotguns. You've got trap guns, field or game guns, sporting guns, and we've got a skeet gun as well, which is not so common. So we're going to run through the differences on those. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. We're nearly at 2,000 subscribers so far. Hopefully by next year we can get to 10,000 maybe. So please make sure you do that. If you'd like any other videos, comment below in what you'd like to see here. We can take you outside around the shooting ground, we can take you around the shop. If there's something you've seen you like that we have on the website, let us know, we'll happily do a video. So running through these shotguns, so on the table we've got a Browning and a few Berettas. They are all different, although they might look the same, therefore different disciplines of shooting. So to start, we'll start with a trap gun. So this is a Browning Pro Trap 725 as an example of a trap gun. So it is very high in the comb is the first point we're going to show. So if we put the barrel upside down on a flat edge, you can see the measurement from the edge of the barrel to the stock is very small as the stock is so high. So when you're mounting this gun, as it's a high gun, you mount your face onto the stock and you're very high, so you get to see a good amount of pitch on top of the rib. So why they do that, on the trap style discipline, trap shooting is always going away from you, and if you're fast enough it's going up as well as away. If you're slow it's just going away and down, but as it's going up you can have natural lift. So you're aiming at the clay and this is shooting higher than where you're aiming. The other thing on trap guns, usually they are fixed choke at 3/4 and full choke. So your bottom barrel's 3/4, which is a very tight pattern, and then the second barrel, the top barrel, is full, which is even tighter, goes further away. So if you do miss, the clay's further away, you've got a tighter pattern to get to that clay. This particular gun, which is available at the moment, pre-owned, on our website, is a multi-choke. So on the later trap guns they're making these with multi-choke, which is helpful because you can use this for different disciplines now. So if you did want to go into sporting shooting, you can use this trap gun and do that with it, but you have to bear in mind it is very high in the comb. Next gun we'll show you is a Beretta. So the next three are all Berettas. They're built on the same action, but they're again different disciplines used for. So the first one is a Beretta 686, which is what they built the Silver Pigeon on later. This is one of the first models they did back in the 80s and 90s. Really reliable guns. This one is a Skeet gun. So on the Skeet guns, you haven't got the same height on the stock. It's not quite as high in the stock. It's a little bit flatter, so you can see less of the rib, so you're in line with the barrel rather than looking down on it. And the next thing is you've got Skeet fixed chokes on these, so not multi-choke, you've got really open chokes at the end. So obviously with the Skeet discipline, everything is quite close if you're fast enough, and you need a big spread to get to that shot. So that's why they made them with Skeet open chokes. There is, of course, other variants where you can get multi-chokes on this gun. You can even make this gun a multi-choke with Teague and have an optional extra of paying for them to put the thread into the barrel and make it multi-choke. But that is a Skeet gun. Normally shorter barrels, just so you can get them swinging and moving really fast. And yeah, like I say, really open, so you get a maximum spread. Doesn't go so far, but big spread. Next gun to show you, the third gun, is again built on the same platform as the 686. This one is the same action, but this one's called a 682 Gold E. So it's a later gun. They made these from 1998, I think, to 2008. So they did a long time of making this gun. It went on to 692 after this. But this gun is a very popular sporting shotgun. So sporters are used, they're the most popular. They're used for all-round clays. They can be used for game as well, but they're a little bit heavier than a game gun, so that extra weight there will reduce the recoil. So if you're shooting 100 shots in a row in an afternoon, this one you're going to feel some recoil, but as it's heavier, it's absorbed into the weight of the gun. The next thing, which you might not have noticed, it's got a ventilated rib on the side ribs and on the top rib. So when you are shooting a higher amount of rounds, it's going to get hot, this barrel, so the heat can escape a lot quicker using the vents on the top rib and the side ribs. Height of the stock, so we mentioned on the first trap gun, is very high. This one is slightly lower. Being a Beretta, they are high in the stock, but this one is lower than the trap gun, so it's a little bit flatter. Again, when you're mounting this gun, the vision you have is quite parallel. You're looking down the rib, you're not looking on top of it, so you're looking down and nice and flat. Majority of sporting guns, they are multi-choke, so you can, what will come with the gun is a set of 5 or so chokes, and you can change, because they're threaded in the end, like we said, you can change the different chokes between different stands. Say if you've got very close clays in a scenario at a shooting ground, you can have very open chokes. If you then move to another stand and you've got really far away, you can then put your tight chokes in. So that one is an all-rounder. It's the most popular. Majority of the guns here would be sporting guns. Like I say, you can use them for game or clays, but primarily clays. But yeah, it gives you the option to do all the shooting. Finally, the last one, the fourth gun to show you, is again Beretta 686, as we showed you on the Skeet gun. This one though is a field gun, so they call that a game gun. If you're looking on the website, you can search for game guns, you can search by any of these types. So this game gun, you have a solid traditional side rib, so as you're going to be doing game shooting with a game gun, the shots and the amount of shots you're doing won't be so high, so it will get hot, but over time it's going to cool down. Unlike with the clays, you need the ventilated ribs to help it cool down. The other noticeable thing is with a game gun that they're slightly lighter in weight, so if you're game shooting, you're walking around all day with it under your arm, you want to have a lightweight gun so you can put up with carrying that all day, especially if you're working a dog or concentrating on something else. You want to be able to carry something light to do lots of miles. Being that you're not shooting heaps and heaps, you can have this light gun, and as it's so light, the recoil will be a bit higher, but as you're not shooting so much, it won't matter so much. On the older guns, they're fixed choke, so on the later ones, they did start to bring out multi-choke on these ones, and a lot of the guns you see in the shop here today are multi-choke on those. And that's really the differences between those. If you've got any questions on any of that, please let us know in the comments. We welcome all the questions we can. Please make sure you subscribe, and anything else you'd like to see, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.